Just imagine that today, all business schools in the world have mentioned that there will be no leadership courses anymore. Well, the reason why is a new hero has arrived in our society. And that hero we call artificial intelligence. So just to give a brief definition of AI, the way I look at it, very simple, so that we can work with it, is that AI, in my view, is machines acting in ways that seems intelligent. And intelligence is a broad concept, but it appears to be intelligent, can do things that humans do, but in certain tasks even better than we do. So it actually has related to the following question that what we see is that people are starting to wonder, isn't AI going to take my job? AI is not only a tool today, AI is also an advisor. And I think this guy here, and most of you will probably know him, Lee Sedol, the South Korean world champion in the Chinese board game Go, AI beat the world champion. And in this case, it may be, if we have algorithmic decision-making across every layer, it may be this, yes, AI may become our new boss. And the business model of tomorrow may be this, where we follow an AI, it ultimately will lead because of the requirements that we need in terms of the situations that we face. Manages us already. They have a warehouse tracking system where algorithms keep track of what you're doing, directing you, trying to motivate you to work harder because based on your statistics, you're doing well, you're not doing well. But what is important here is they also have received discretion to fire you. So without any human involvement. So they're the decision maker. They're literally leading these teams at the warehouse tracking systems. And what is interesting is that during COVID-19, certain startups who've been working on that, on robots, on algorithms, who can be used for supervising tasks, the demand for that has increased by a factor 4. So we see there's so much to be said. AI can move into a role where it will run an organization because of its traits, because it fits the requirements of the situation. So usually what we see from a social science point of view is that when do we submit to authority? And there I would like to draw the distinction already between what I call artificial intelligence versus authentic intelligence. He developed a Turing test, seeing that if you can't see the computer, you have a conversation, and you feel like, oh, this is a human, you can't make a distinction anymore. Yes, computers can be considered as intelligent decision makers because humans don't see the difference anymore. A woman called 991 to report that there was someone breaking into the house. The person picking up heard the voice saying, "Hi, could I order a pizza?" So the person said right away, "Yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am, but we're not a pizza house." And he said, like, again, we don't deliver pizzas. "Yes, but I would like to have my pizza with a special ingredient." So the person became suspicious and started asking questions. Eventually, the police came, arrested the person. We know that AI will have more problems doing that because very rationally, we're not a pizza house. So the intuition part there, the authentic emotion recognition makes humans different already in dealing with this. And so I just want to make that distinction a little bit more. So if we look at what is currently being automated, then we see like automation happens when AI can be used as a tool, just like a spreadsheet, for example, or an advisor. What is also interesting is that if we look at what managers do, human managers, and we see that about 54% of their time they spend on administrative tasks involving data management, information, working consistently, repetitively, and routine. I call this in my book management by algorithm, the new MBA. I don't think that's going to happen because I think the leadership mindset, which is in addition to the management mindset, is definitely the thing that we need to create more among our students. So, of course, we need to train our human leaders. We need to have leadership courses, but with a specific focus much more on the traits that humans have. Curiosity, imagination, emotional intelligence, the ability to make ethical judgments. We need to focus even more on those to make sure that we can contribute this in the most optimal way to how we run our organizations. We need to understand the purpose, and everyone needs to do this, because else we get lost in the data that's out there, and we may put the wrong data in our models, and it's not going to serve our companies. So the main conclusions, and then I want to answer some questions, is from my book is the three key messages that I really want to get across is that, first of all, when we look at leadership, it's a human activity and it will remain one. So in that sense, it will always be a cooperative process in that sense as well. And the final thing is that it's clear that the key point is always going to be to have a human-centered approach when we move artificial intelligence into the more impactful actions that it undertakes. I really want to thank you for all your questions and listening to the story that I have that is in my book, The Leadership by Algorithm. So there's many more things in it.